For a while, it really looked like Hollywood was completely fascinated with Teyana Taylor. Everywhere you looked, her name was being praised. She wasn't just known for one thing. She could sing, dance, act, and create her own ideas. That kind of talent doesn't show up often. So the entertainment world treated her like someone very special. Glowing star. Critics wrote positive reviews about her performances, fans admired her confidence, and magazines described her as a true all-around artist. Some people even called her a multi-talented star, because she didn't stay in one lane. She moved easily from music videos to film sets, and from fashion projects to creative direction. It seemed like she had the type of career that many performers only dream about. As her reputation kept growing, bigger opportunities started appearing. She was given roles that allowed her to show more serious acting skills, not just small appearances. She even received major recognition, including a nomination connected to the Golden Globe Awards. That moment made people feel like she had finally been fully accepted by Hollywood. For a short time, everything looked perfect from the outside. But even though she was receiving praise, there was still something missing. She was getting attention and respect, but she didn't always have complete control over her own work. She was still expected to follow the rules of the industry. She could perform, but she couldn't always decide how things were done. That difference may sound small, but for someone who is naturally creative, it can feel very limiting. Comedian Katt Williams later spoke about this idea. According to him, the entertainment world is not afraid of loud celebrities who complain in public. Instead, the system becomes uncomfortable when someone understands how everything really works behind the scenes. In his opinion, Teyana Taylor reached that point when she started making more decisions for herself instead of waiting for others to guide her. Many fans agreed with that idea because her career has never followed a normal path. Hollywood usually likes artists to stay focused on one role. A singer stays a singer. An actor stays an actor. When someone tries to do everything at once, the industry sometimes doesn't know how to handle it. Companies prefer artists who depend on them, because that makes it easier to control their image in future projects. But Teyana Taylor never followed those rules. She grew up in Harlem surrounded by music, dance, and creativity. From a young age, she was already thinking like a performer and a creator at the same time. When she was still a teenager, she was discovered by Pharrell Williams. That moment changed her life completely because it gave her a chance to step into the entertainment world much earlier than most people. Instead of only focusing on being famous, she spent a lot of time learning how the industry actually worked. Early in her career, she even helped with choreography connected to Beyoncé. That experience allowed her to see how big performances were planned behind the scenes. She didn't just watch from the outside. She learned how creative ideas were built step by step. Her career reached another level when she became part of the Good Music label. Being part of that group meant more than just releasing songs. The label was known for mixing music with fashion, visual storytelling, and strong creative ideas. It was a place where artists talked about branding, style, and long-term plans, not only about albums. While many artists in that environment focused only on their own music, Teyana Taylor paid attention to everything. She watched how decisions were made, how projects were approved, and how some artists were promoted more than others. That experience gave her knowledge that most performers never get. To the public, she looked like just another singer building her career. But behind the scenes, she was learning how the entertainment business really worked. Later, that knowledge became very important. Long before she received major acting roles or award nominations, there was a time when her voice almost disappeared from the industry completely. In 2020, she surprised many fans when she announced that she was retiring from music. At first, people believed she was simply tired or frustrated. Many artists take breaks, so it didn't sound unusual in the beginning. But later, she explained that the situation was more complicated. She revealed that she had asked Def Jam Recordings many times to release her from her contract. According to her, those requests were ignored again and again. That story made many fans realize something important. On paper, record deals look like partnerships. In reality, they can limit an artist's freedom more than people expect. Katt Williams later talked about that moment as an example of how the industry often protects itself first. From his point of view, her retirement announcement wasn't only about personal frustration. He believed it showed how difficult it can be for artists to gain independence once they are already inside the system. Eventually, Def Jam Recordings did release her from the contract, but the delay had already affected her career. In entertainment, timing is extremely important. If an artist disappears for a few years, people quickly move on to someone new. Losing that momentum can slow down even the most talented performers. Many people expected her to disappear quietly after that moment. Instead, Teyana Taylor did something unexpected. Instead of waiting for the industry to give her another chance, she started building her own path. She focused more on acting, directing, and creating projects that felt personal to her. That decision marked a huge turning point in her life. She was no longer just following the system. She was trying to shape her own place inside it. Clapperboard. Around the time 2024 arrived, conversations about power in Hollywood were becoming louder. Katt Williams was speaking openly about how the entertainment world works behind closed doors. His interviews and performances were shared widely online, and fans began discussing whether certain artists were being controlled or pushed aside without anyone noticing. During those discussions, the name of Teyana Taylor started appearing more often, not because she was making dramatic accusations, but because people realized she had spent years inside the same circles that Williams was talking about. She had been present during major conversations, watched deals being made, and seen how careers could change quickly. At the same time, she was starting to move into a completely different role. Instead of only performing in front of the camera, she was beginning to work behind it. That change might sound simple, but in the entertainment world it is very important. Performers often follow instructions. Directors make the instructions. A director decides how a story is told, what emotions are shown, and what message the audience receives. Because of that, directors usually have more creative power than performers. When someone who already understands the industry becomes a director, it can make some people uncomfortable. According to Katt Williams, the system is not always afraid of criticism. It becomes nervous when someone understands the system too well and still chooses to stay independent. One of the biggest moments in this new chapter was her directorial project called Get Light. The project was connected to Paramount Pictures and was inspired by the culture she grew up around. Instead of trying to copy typical Hollywood stories, the film promised to show real experiences from her own background. That idea alone made the project feel special to many fans. First, everything looked like a breakthrough. A talented artist was moving from performing to directing, and a powerful studio was supporting her vision. People believed the film could introduce a fresh voice to mainstream cinema. But as time passed, fans started noticing something unusual. The project became quieter. Updates were no longer frequent, and the excitement around it slowly disappeared. Of course, delays are normal in the film industry. Movies are often postponed because of scheduling problems, budget changes, or creative decisions. But when a project that once received a lot of attention suddenly goes silent, people naturally start asking questions. Some fans wondered if the delay was normal, while others believed something deeper might be happening behind the scenes. Around the same time, another piece of news caught people's attention. Reports said that her relationship with Iman Shumpert had quietly ended. Public statements suggested that the separation happened because of busy schedules and different career paths. That explanation sounded reasonable because life in the entertainment world can be extremely demanding. Still, the timing made people curious. Online discussions began connecting everything together. Some fans believed the changes in her personal life, the slower progress of the film, and the comments made by Katt Williams were all somehow related. Others felt that the internet was simply creating drama where none actually existed. Without clear proof, the truth remained unclear, but the curiosity kept growing. Even with all these rumors, one thing stood out clearly. Teyana Taylor didn't seem defeated. Instead of complaining publicly, she continued working quietly. Many fans respected her even more because of that. They felt she was trying to protect her creativity instead of chasing attention. Another reason fans stayed interested in her story is because her journey feels very real. She didn't become successful overnight. She worked in different parts of the industry, learned from experience, and slowly built her reputation. When someone with that background decides to take control of their own career, people naturally want to see what happens next. The entertainment world often celebrates new stars quickly, but it can also forget them just as fast. Staying relevant for many years requires more than talent. It requires patience, intelligence, and the ability to adapt. Teyana Taylor has shown all those qualities throughout her career. Even when opportunities became limited, she found new ways to express herself. Some fans believe her move into directing might become the most important part of her career. Instead of only performing someone else's ideas, she now has the chance to create her own stories. That kind of freedom can change everything. It allows an artist to speak honestly without depending completely on record labels or studios. At the same time, the situation also shows how complicated success in Hollywood can be. From the outside, it often looks simple. People see awards, red carpets, and glamorous photos. But behind the scenes, there are contracts, negotiations, and decisions that the public never sees. Sometimes artists must fight quietly just to protect their own ideas. This is why so many people are still watching her journey closely. They are not only interested in her music or acting, they are interested in what she represents. She is an example of someone who refuses to stay limited to one role. She wants to create, direct, and build her own future instead of waiting for approval from others. In the end, her story is not just about fame. It is about independence. It is about learning how the industry works and then choosing to follow your own path anyway. Whether her next film becomes a huge success or not, one thing is clear. Teyana Taylor has already proven that she is more than just a performer. She is someone determined to shape her own place in Hollywood. Movie camera sparkles. And maybe that is the real reason her journey continues to attract attention. People are not only watching a celebrity career. They are watching someone who is trying to stay true to herself in an industry that often expects artists to follow the same rules. That kind of story always keeps people interested because it feels honest, emotional, and very human.